Week 5 was the best weekend of college football in the year, and it's going to be a tough one to top. I think we can do it because it wasn't a full chaos week like we normally get, but man, this was a great weekend. And it started off with Friday Night Football with Miami and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech leading at halftime over Miami. They were double-digit point spread dogs. And they come back, they throw a Hail Mary at the end of the game, and on the field it was called a touchdown. Virginia Tech wins, upsets Miami, then hold on, review. Miami touches the ball, it's an incomplete pass, and Miami ends up winning. Like, what an insane ending. And like, to that point, that was the best game I had watched in college football all year, the Miami Virginia Tech game. No less than 24 hours later, the next best game, then one that overtook that game as the best game of the year, Georgia-Bama, lived up to everything you could have hoped for. Like the shocking start of Bama going up 28-0 to the insane fourth quarter back and forth where Georgia ends up taking the lead after being down 28-0 with 2 minutes left to go, and then Ryan Williams making a freaking circus catch and running down the sideline. Like, that game was absolutely insane, lived up to everything. I don't think even for whatever the national championship ends up being, like, I think that's going to be the best game of the year. I don't know if anything is going to top that. Like, with all the storylines that went along with that, it was insane. And not to mention all of the other games that went on during this week. Like, we had Ole Miss get upset by Kentucky. Louisville and Notre Dame went back and forth for a while. Minnesota almost came back on Michigan. And like Duke came back on UNC. UNC had a 20-0 lead and blew it. Duke came back to end up winning 21-20. Texas Tech, Cincinnati, they almost combined for like 100 points. And then we had Arizona upsetting Utah in Rice-Eccles. Like, that doesn't happen in Utah. No one goes in there and wins. So, like, this was an insane weekend, such a great weekend. I don't know if it'll be topped. This weekend, week 6, doesn't have the headline matchups that, week 5 had and other weeks had, but that does not mean that chaos is not lurking. So there are obviously 6, 7, 8 more weeks to top this week as the best week, but we'll see. It's now a high bar. Follow Big Body Ball CFB on all socials.